Hai, halo guys. 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 Halo. Only if you know how much I like you, but I watch your eyes as you walk. How much I like you, but I watch your eyes as you walk. How much spy, what a sight for sore eyes, brighter than the blue skies. She's got you mesmerized. Will I die? Why would you ever kiss me? I'm not even half as pretty. You gave me your sweater, it's just polyester, but you like her better. I wish I was Heather. I have died every day waiting for you. I have died every day waiting for you. I have... How to live stream?
Hello and welcome back to another OBS Studio that you need for your operating system. So if you're using a Windows machine, download this one here, a Mac and a Linux and so forth. What you can do here, you can flip it vertically, but if it's a USB, to add our first source. Now, the first source that I always like to add is my video capture device. Now, the video capture device is going to be your webcam. Now, I already have one set up as my webcam, but we'll go ahead and create a new one. So go ahead and give it a name, and then go ahead and click.
Yeah.
Now, once we do that, it's then going to ask us, what device do we want to use as our video input? Now, the first thing you need to do is under device, go ahead and click that drop-down menu and select your webcam. If it's a USB cam, it should already come up automatically if it's plugged in and you have all the appropriate drivers. Now, there's a bunch of different stuff that you can do here. You can flip it vertically, but for simplicity's sake, guys, just leave it like it is. Don't mess with any of these settings until you realize later that you need to do that. You can also go to configure video here, and you can actually go into your webcam settings, but we're not going to do any of that today. Go ahead and click OK. And the last thing I want to show you here is that when you're adding this, if you've already added your webcam, you do it once per webcam. So under Add Existing, click that box there, select the webcam, and then go ahead and click OK. Now, as you can see at the top of the screen here, you're going to be able to see the webcam. Now, I can move this around like I'm using Photoshop. It's almost like its own layer. So I can click and hold with my mouse and drag this wherever I want to drag it. Now, a lot of people have different scenes. Like you may have scene 1, which is called full scene or full webcam, where basically you drag your webcam out and it's full, it's full screen like that. That's a little much for me right now, so we're going to drag it down to the lower left, which is where you might want to drag it within your scene. Now, once you've added your video capture device, you then want to go and change the settings and go ahead and start setting up your audio for your microphone. I'm doing this in the steps that I would normally do when I'm setting up my OBS to stream or to live stream. Now, over in the right-hand corner, you're going to see something here that says settings. Now, if we go to settings, click on settings, we're going to see a few different things. I'm going to walk you through all of these step by step. Now, under general, there's really not much that I change here. I leave all of this the same. A lot of this is basically aesthetic stuff that basically changes the way OBS looks or the way you experience the service. Now, custom streaming server, we're not going to cover that in today's video if that's something you for YouTube gaming. you how to find the where it says stream, set up your OBS, and you wouldn't want to do that. Control a few different things. Now, not only can you stream with OBS, but you can also record. Now, I don't really prefer the tab here that says streaming, and then below this, we're going to see a few different things. Now, the encoder, I leave it X24. I wouldn't change that. Again, this is more for recording purposes. And then the rescale output, you can always change this to be what you want it to be. I leave mine at 1920 by 1080 because I like to stream in 1080. Here, we're going to go ahead and probably prefer the advanced. Now, up to anybody. I mean, obvious why you wouldn't want to do that. Now, once you have all of this set up, let's go to output. Now, under output, I always change my output mode to advanced. Now, under advanced, it allows me to control a few different things. Now, not only can you stream with OBS, but you can also record. Now, we're going to go ahead and recording purpose. If you have a larger 4K monitor, you can rescale it to be 1080p, which is, changing this here. Now, if your internet connection is here, again, all of this is going to determine that, really going to be determined, see where you're at, and then if you see your stream is struggling or it's handling it very well, then you can increase or decrease this number dependent on the type of stream that, the type of, where it gets interesting. The desktop audio device. Now, mine is going to be set up as the speakers because this is how I have my setup, going in. But normally you may have, here, device 2 is disabled for now.
But I watch your eyes as you was by what a sight for sore eyes.
Display size, the scaled resolution is what the audience is going to see. So all of that's done within video. Now, we could get into like hotkeys, we could get into advanced. Now, basic is and start creating your scene once again. Now, the next source that I like to add is called a display capture. So if you go up here, go to add, and then go to display capture, it's going to allow us to capture our desktop. So for me, I have mine set up as screen capture here, but you go to create new here, and then click OK, and that's basically going to allow you to to capture once again. Now, the next source that I like to add is called a display capture. So if you go up here, go to add, and then go to display capture, it's going to allow us to capture our desktop. So for me, I have mine set up as screen capture here, but you go to create new here, and then click OK, and that's basically going to allow you to record your display. So I've got multiple displays. I'm going to go ahead and choose the one here, the one that's over on my left-hand side, and then click OK. Now, as you can see, this covered up my webcam. Now, sources work very similar to layers in Photoshop. If we go to our sources panel, click and hold, drag that below the webcam, there I am. The webcam is always going to be on top because that's obviously what you're going to want to be on top. So if I go over, you may have to click, you can do with my game, I'm going to be able to see here on top of the browser source. You click that there, and then as you can see mine here, add existing, someone subs to you or follows you, you're going to see a really cool little image, an audio cue come up showing that they followed you. We all know what that looks like. That's going to be done through browser source. Now, the next thing you may make is mount your webcam and do it that way. So, once you've got done there with image, you can also do text. So if we go add, just kind of click and right-clicking it. All you have to do is click the Start Streaming button underneath Controls. So underneath Start Streaming, boom, you do that there. If you want to start recording, you can do that over here as well. Now, Studio Mode is going to show you, like, if you have two different scenes. So,
Hi guys! Pengen ngetren!
What's going on, everybody? You guys know before we start off, use XSplit, and I'm planning on buying a license. A tutorial or show what you're doing on screen, and you have this black screen here. That can be a real pain in the ass. It makes it harder for you to obviously show what you're doing, and it's just a pain in the butt if you don't know how to fix it. Now I've got a very simple fix for you guys. This is the easiest way that I've been able to find how to do it. And we're just going to walk you guys through that. So the first thing that you have to do is just click on any area that's open on your desktop. Go ahead and right click and open up your display settings. After that, you're going to go ahead and scroll all the way down and jump into graphic settings, and that's going to bring this up. Now you want to keep this on Classic app, so we're going to go ahead and leave that there. And then what you want to go ahead and do is find your OBS application. So we're going to go ahead and click on Browse. And I've already found mine here, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through this. So you want to go to your C drive, which is usually my computer or whatever it is that it's called. And you're going to go ahead and head on into Program Files. Once you're in Program Files, look for OBS Studio, and then jump into the bin. Once you're in the bin, in my case, I'm running a 64-bit, so we're going to go ahead and click on that, and then look for OBS. So we got OBS 64 here. This is the actual application. We're going to go ahead and open that. That's going to add this to this area here. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on Options. And the weird thing about this, and the reason that it doesn't work sometimes, the reason that you actually get a black screen, is because your computer, for some reason or another, is trying to pull the actual screen from the NVIDIA GeForce instead of the Intel processor. I don't know why that is. But this is the way that you can go ahead and fix it. So you guys have a very simple graph right here. It says power saving GPU is for Intel, and then high performance GPU is NVIDIA. So again, it's trying to pull from NVIDIA. You shouldn't really be doing that. You should be using the Intel processor to capture your actual screen. So we're going to go ahead and use power saving, which will give us Intel UHD graphics, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to go ahead and switch this over to power saving, and then press save. That's pretty much it. You're going to leave this exactly the way that it is. Just go ahead and close everything else down here.